Good morning, students. Our today's topic in the subject of Geography O levels is literacy and employment. This is a subtopic of the topic of population. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start. Unemployment, a state of being unable to find a paid job for whatever reasons. Two types of the unemployment are there. One is open and visible, when a person is clearly known to be an unemployed one. And the second one is hidden, which include underemployment and periodical unemployment. So these are two types of the unemployment, and the first line was the definition of the unemployment. Unemployment is greater in urban areas, that is 2004 9.8, then rural areas 7.6 in 2004. Now we are going to read the different causes of the unemployment. High population growth rate is a factor. Difficult for government to create jobs for a rapidly increasing population. Increased role of the machinery in agriculture is another factor. Mechanization in agriculture means that not many workers are needed for various processes. Increased role of the computer is another factor. With the rising need of the computers, fax, and other automatic machines, manual labor is not in high demand by various offices and workplace because machines are working there in place of the humans now. Next reason is rural to urban migration is another factor. Many unskilled workers remain unemployed after migrating to cities because of being unskilled and because of tough competition for even ordinary jobs. The next reason is mismatch between demand and supply is another factor. Due to rising unemployment, many educated candidates apply for jobs reserved for people with lower educational qualification. The next reason is our society is consumption oriented, which is another factor. People take pride in spending too much on various occasions, for example, marriages, birthdays, and even death related functions. The government fails to receive a huge pool of the funds for investment and development as a result of the poor domestic savings. Decreased productivity of land in relation to the growing size of the farming families. Many farmers are forced to look for other jobs for some of their sons. Another reason is inconsistent government policies and political instability is another factor. Sudden change of the government is accompanied by loss of the jobs for many people in various departments. Another reason is disturbed law and order situation due to strikes and acts of the terrorism disrupts social life. Many innocent people are killed, leaving behind many unsupported survivors. And due to bad law and order situation, investors are not coming into our country, and the local people are also afraid of investing huge money on some certain project because the law and order situation is not good. Disregard of the merit, culture of the bribery and nepotism for seeking various jobs, especially in the public sector. Many deserving and talented candidates are rendered unemployed. So these are the reasons for the unemployment. So this is an important question which frequently come in the paper. So learn these reasons. They may come again into this session. The next topic in the lecture is literacy. Pakistan needs to improve its literacy rate, which is still below 50%, about 45%. Female literacy rate is much lower than the male literacy. Rural literacy rate is much lower than the urban literacy rate. Next thing which we are going to read in the lecture is importance of literacy for males. A literate man can better understand the needs of the occupation he belongs to. The next importance is he can take better care of the crops or the industrial machines if he's a literate one. The next, he can manage his home affairs in a better manner and train his children to become good citizens. The next importance is he can influence the illiterate rural community around him about making joint efforts for the collective welfare and proper management of the various agricultural matters. The next importance for the male is he can understand the benefits of observing family planning programs and the advantages of keeping a small family. The next advantage for the male is he can take better decisions regarding the future and the career of his children. The next importance for the male is he will not oppose female education. The next importance for the male is he can understand various government policies and thus can develop political awareness. The next importance for the male is he can better tackle various social problems in rural urban communities. The next importance for the male is he can be a better participant in different socio-economic activities aimed at collective welfare of his community. So these were some important points. These were some importances of the education for males. Now we are going to read the importance of education for females. A literate female can be a better person in various capacities: daughter, sister, wife, and mother. As a wife, she will understand the use and importance of contraceptive devices and will cooperate with her husband in this regard. Next, she will also share the domestic responsibilities of the husband and thus raise a better family. Next importance of the education for female is as a mother, she will bring up her children properly and impart them better early training regarding good citizenship and importance of abiding by laws. Next importance for females of education is as a daughter, she will cooperate with her mother as well as her siblings to run the domestic affairs smoothly. She will try to work hard as a student and thus will emerge as a responsible person in the future. The next importance of the education for female is a literate female working on a cottage industry unit will make efforts to maximize the production and expand its working, not only in the cottage industry but everywhere where she work. She will try to expand the productivity. Next advantage, next benefit, next importance of the education for female is she will be in better position to convince other literate and illiterate women to maintain good health by observing hygienic measures at their homes as well as in the society environment around. Now we are going to read different causes of the illiteracy, poor literacy. The first reason for the illiteracy is little spending on education by the government as huge spendings are made on defense and debt servicing. The next reason for the illiteracy is lack of the support by the rural people who are generally opposed to education and especially to female education. The next reason for the illiteracy is lack of the sustained government efforts because of the political instability and uncertainty, due to which they cannot start a long-term program for the development of the education. The next reason for the illiteracy is lack of the proper schools, buildings, and related facilities. The next reason for the illiteracy is, moreover, there is high dropout rate, especially in remote rural areas. The next reason for the illiteracy is people do not feel motivated when they see many educated people unemployed or working on low salaries. The next reason is poor people with large families find it very difficult to afford the expenses of education and therefore engage children in agriculture or other sectors right from the childhood. In this way, the children share their financial burden. So this was the topic, students. Read this lecture again very carefully. The topic was literacy and the employment. Some very important subtopics are there which frequently come in the paper. So read this lecture again very carefully, learn them and make your notes. Thank you so much.